When I was 30, I decided there were 4 places I wanted to hunt. The Wrangels of Alaska, the Kaziyars of British Columbia, the Yukon, and the Mackenzie Mountains. And this is the last of those 4. With me on this trip is Andy St. John with the Arizona Bighorn Sheep Society.
How you doing?
How's it going?
I'm John.
John, I'm Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Andy.
How's it going, Marcus?
How are you?
Good, how are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
Hey, Marcus, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Good.
My name's Andy St. John from Phoenix, Arizona. I got involved with the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society in 2009, just selling raffle tickets outside of a Sportsman's Warehouse. And I served as the treasurer, the secretary, the vice president, the president, and spent quite a few years just volunteering and doing what I could to, help sheep in Arizona.
Andy and I are both focused on Dall sheep. We both have a mountain caribou tag, and I have no idea how the hunt's gonna unfold.
I mean, getting up here was an adventure just in itself. I've never done a hunt like this where we're going into the backcountry and see these animals. I'd never laid eyes on a Dall sheep in my life. Just to fly into these mountains and see the vastness of it, it's humbling and a little intimidating and exciting all at the same time.
Hunting the Mackenzie Mountains requires years of experience and knowledge. Like the other hunts we've done in the remote wilderness of Canada, Canadian laws require we use an outfitter for this hunt, which is understandable in this desolate country. The group that we're hunting with, Gainham River Outfitters, has a reputation of just as good of a camp, as good of an outfit as you're gonna find.
I'm Harold Grindy, and I guess I'm the manager or the boss at Gainham River Outfitters. It's so remote. We are the only ones out here basically all the time. Once in a while we see some geologists or some canoers, but the occasional, every few years we might see a resident hunter, but it's so remote that we pretty much have it all to ourselves.
For the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society, our main fundraising source, we do a banquet in the spring every year. But then throughout the year, we also do some raffles.
Their leadership got a hold of me and said, "Hey Randy, would you do a fundraiser for us where we have these 2 hunts reserved, we'll give one away and you do the other one?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll do that, but first I want to know where, and second, I'm not doing it unless I get to buy my hunt and you guys buy the hunt of the winner." And they're like, "Well, it's the Mackenzie Mountains." I'm like, "Stop right there. I don't need, whatever it is, I'm in."
I bought tickets and luckily my name got pulled. I sat on the stairs of my house and actually teared up because I never thought in my life I'd be able to go do one of these hunts. Drawing my sheep tag in Arizona was an unbelievable blessing, and I was floored and just blown away that happened. But the odds of drawing or winning a raffle and being able to be up here and hunt Dall sheep in the Northwest Territory, I never thought it'd be an opportunity for me.
We're about ready to go. Me and Andy and who else coming with us? Brent, who else coming with us?
Riley, Jesse, Jason, Ty, and you 2 killers.
I wonder they got so many horses saddled up.
Ready? Pull. Pull.
My name's Ty Jost. I'm from Rimbey, Alberta, and I'm the wrangler here on the Fritz crew. I used to work for a horse trainer when I was 13 till about 17. As a kid, I was around horses my whole life.
I'm Jason Wheel. I'm from Rimbey, Alberta, Canada. I started here when I was 18 and been coming back ever since.
My name is Riley Jans.
I'm 27 years old. I work at Gainer River Outfitters and I'm a hunting guide. My buddy that was working here, they said they needed a horseback guide, and shot Harold a text and see if he'd take me on, and he did. I got my shot as a wrangler, and yeah, I guess that was 5 years ago now.
We try to treat everybody well and to be honest and fair in all our dealings and work hard. And when something needs to be done, we all pitch in and get it done.
What do you think?
I'm excited. It's gonna be a good day. Beautiful out.
Thanks. Have a good one. Go ahead.
In this hunt, we took a string of 17 horses. 7 horses for people and 10 horses packed with gear. Horses are what make a hunt like this happen. There are no ATV trails. There are no roads. If you're gonna hunt this vast a terrain, you need horses.
We've got basically a full day's ride to get to where we're gonna camp, and then we'll spike camp out or hunt from there, and it's just a whole different experience for me.
And we do run a pretty old school style, you know, everything runs free here. We don't tie up our pack horses. Kind of an eye opener for people when we're going down the trail and there's pack horses blowing your doors off as you're just trying to enjoy the mountain views and everything. Is this always how it is? You guys don't tie anything up? And you're like, yeah, no, this is just kind of how it is.
They can go pretty far. They don't go far often, but they can. Yeah, these guys are awesome. These horses are made to follow each other in a line, and then we have hunter horses and we have guide horses and then wrangler horses. The wrangler usually gets the youngest ones. They're a lot bigger than most people's horses too. These are draft crosses, so they do pretty good up here.
I'm Jessie Peterson. I'm from Fort St. John, BC. My dad used to guide in BC, so ever since I was little till I was like 11, I was just hanging out in base camp and my mom was cooking. After we quit, I just wanted to do it again. I marinated some caribou steaks this morning, and I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes and some corn.
A big part of the reason why I was able to do this hunt was I was motivated by a group of really dedicated volunteers, the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society. That group is 100% volunteers. There is not a paid employee of the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society.
It's a great organization, founded in the late 1960s by just a handful of super passionate sheep hunters that knew that there was an issue with water in Arizona, and they started building water holes and doing conservation work, and we've just tried to continue that ever since.
Volunteering is one of the most valuable things anyone can do, and they're very proud of the work they do, and I'm proud that they would have asked me to help them raise money. And I'm really, really thankful that the person who won is someone who's put so much back into sheep as Andy has.
You know, it's an honor and a blessing to be out here and have a chance to actually be in the mountains and get to hunt sheep.
I get up every morning at 5:30 and I go look for the horses. They have bells around their neck so I can hear where they're at.
When you hear the bells come in, you get up, saddle up.
Around 7 is usually when I serve breakfast and everybody comes up and they're all groggy and get coffee going because that's the most important thing.
Usually I have a plan for my day the night before, so I have an idea of somewhere I want to be that next day and ride out, try to glass from the bottom a bit.
A Wolverine track right here, according to the guys who know. Like a little bear track.
We rode up a canyon on the first day, and I really was just hoping to get to experience the landscape and see animals and kind of see what this is all about. It's such a different landscape and environment that I'm used to hunting in. There was a ram bedded up on a rock. It was just picturesque. It was a young ram. We saw more game than I thought we were going to see. As far as, we saw a lot of sheep, a lot of caribou. So it's kind of good, I think, to see some animals to get started with and not have everything go super quick.
Well, we reached the end of the trail here. We saw 6 ewes and lambs there. We saw a whole bunch of bull caribou up here, but none that the guys thought we should go after. I just worry about my horse there. He likes to lay on his side. My worry is one of these times he's going to take a nap before I can get my rifle out of the scabbard. I don't know what he weighs, but I'm guessing it's over 2,000 pounds. And the way this came together for me connects so many dots that are important to me. We're talking conservation, volunteerism, some adventure, some dreams. And in this case, with Andy St. John, this came up like the royal flush. He's a big time volunteer for the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society. He is bought in 100% on conservation. He's one of the nicest guys you're ever gonna meet. To come here and spend time with an experienced hunter like Andy, who understands the whole conservation thing, the funding thing, what it takes to make all this work, I just feel really, really lucky, and I am so thankful.
It's hard to say or put into words really what it means to me, but it's the most stunning scenery. You never gets old. I always tell people that I wish I could see it all again for the first time.
Nice ram. There's 2 others below him.
We spotted 3 rams back up this way, and we're gonna load up the horses and get a closer look.
Make our way up this little right up creek wash here. Try to stay on the downwind side of these 3 rams. Give a little bit of elevation above them and see if we can make a play.
I left my rifle down with the horses because, well, people started talking about maybe we can get a twofer, and I remember when Marcus and I tried to get a twofer in Alaska, and we got an ofer. I'm leaving my rifle here. I'll borrow yours.
like what's gonna happen once we hit that corner right there. What's that wind gonna do? Better go up there and see. Yeah. Hug that tree line. That'll keep you out of the breeze.
We got in there and it was raining and we had to climb a pretty good hill to get up to a vantage point where we could get a look at it.
Marcus is gonna film everything, so he goes with Andy and Jason up out of our sight.
Got close enough to see what they were, and you know, I decided to pass on the ram. It was a beautiful ram. I just kind of didn't want my hunt to be over on the second day, to be honest. I didn't really have expectations. I'm not a score guy. I'm not a, you know, I just wanted to have a good hunt and enjoy it, and I just didn't feel like it was time to shoot a sheep. Well, they tell you don't pass a ram on the first or second day. You shoot on the last day. So we're gonna see if Randy wants to shoot him instead of me.
All of a sudden, here comes Jason. Jason says that Andy's probably gonna pass that ram. It's kind of a tight curl. It's maybe 9 years old, but Marcus thought maybe you would shoot it. So if you wanna shoot that one, you ought to go shoot it. And so I look in there, and just as I do, the ram turns and looks at me, and I see this flare out. I'm like, I'll shoot that thing. And I told Riley, I said, okay, I gotta get a rifle. Andy starts trying to sneak down to bring me his rifle. And one of the lower rams, I think, maybe saw him, or maybe they just got tired of the suspicion and they bolted anyhow. Well, then the big ram turns and runs off. And little did any of us know, instead of the rams blowing out of the country like they usually do, they went around the corner and they stood below where Marcus was at. And Marcus was like, get up here. So Riley's like, let's go. And I sneak in there and I'm like, oh, yeah, there they are.
Where's in here? Don't take that shot, don't. Put your pack on my pack.
Make sure you're steady.
Three. 275.
Which one is he?
He's the lead sheep right now, but he's about to be no shot. 300. 257. 257 yards.
257?
257, he's the lead ram. 265. And he is
Rough one.
middle one.
Middle one?
Middle right now.
No,
yeah.
no shot.
No shot though. He's the one climbing.
Yeah.
He's on the right. That's a good shot. Oh yeah. Okay, reload and get ready to hit him again.
Where is he? He's up to the right in the trees.
He's in the trees,
He's laying down.
He's trying to lay down.
There you go, shoot him.
He's gonna die here.
Should I shoot or let him die? He's dead.
Here he comes. Oh my. Great shot, Randy. That was fantastic. Right on. Attaboy.
How crazy is that?
That was crazy.
That is a beautiful ram.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
I am so excited to have that ram.
Can't wait to see him.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good shooting.
I sure hope that you don't have regrets or
Not
whatever.
for a second.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%.
But you got 8 days to find a bigger one.
We'll see. Older.
Yeah, older, bigger,
Older.
whatever.
A little uglier. That one's too pretty.
Too pretty.
When I walked up to it and it was bigger than it looked in the scope, I was just blown away.
Thank you, big feller. Thank you.
It's one of the craziest hunting experiences. If you would have told me I was going to come to the Northwest Territories, come to the Mackenzie Mountains, and I was going to shoot a ram with someone else's rifle. Oh. It was a remarkable feeling. And there was just something about setting a goal when you're young, working towards it, and accomplishing it. This hunt, this ram, being here on this mountain represents an awful lot.
Nice.
We still had 8 days to hunt. But even though I had a caribou tag, this was now Andy gets a sheep.
Thanks.
Did him.
I don't care if my guide, Riley, goes with them or whatever. I am going to do anything that I can to make sure Andy gets his ram.
Sheep tend to kind of be in similar areas every year. They'll maybe not be in the exact same place, but there's lots of country up here, so glass on the way.
Beautiful morning. Wish the clouds were a little higher. You see the tops of the mountains. But we spotted 3 rams over there. So
There's still a fair ways away to tell for sure, but good enough to go get a closer look at.
Sheep they seem like they have an 8th sense, you know, they seem to feel pressure. Their vision and their smell are both incredible, and they pay attention to that stuff a lot. They're definitely a hyperactive animal, so they're pretty attentive to what's going on around them. And that's always a challenge.
I would be lying if I told you that I thought someday I was going to be a sheep hunter. It just happened to be the organization and the guys that I got involved with that brought me into sheep hunting. Some of the best people I know in my life are from the Sheep Society. And so I'm super blessed to have a chance to be a part of that organization and see what, you know, not just the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society does, but all the organizations around the country and all around the, you know, North America. The people in the Sheep Society and the chance to give back to wildlife, that's really what got me involved in sheep and sheep hunting.
Yeah, you aren't gonna believe this, Marcus. There's pizza over there. Pizza, Andy.
you getting pizza out here?
Pizza.
Come on.
It is one of the best pizzas you're ever gonna eat. And then cheesecake for dessert.
Oh my goodness.
Well, what's the story, Jason?
Oh, I found some sheep.
Found some sheep.
Nothing big enough.
Okay. I mean, what do you say, Riley, when you come back to camp and someone's made a pizza for you out in the Mackenzie Mountains?
I'm speechless.
Jesse, how'd you do this?
In the cast iron pan.
In a cast iron pan, you make this pizza from your own homemade dough.
Yeah. When you want to do a bit more baking, it's a little more difficult. So you got to do a lot with cast iron pans. You just have to learn how to regulate the fire temperature.
Horses are saddled, we're loading our stuff, and Marcus is going to go and film Andy and Jason way up in a spike camp. So all of us are going because there's no horse forage up there. We got to bring them up on horses, and we got to bring the horses back here where there's some forage.
We packed ourselves in, did a little spike camp into a place that they call Desolation. Randy and Ty and Riley, they dropped us off. So myself and Jason and Marcus, we packed up a few days worth of food and our backpacking tents, and it took us 4 hours or so to ride in there that morning. So we didn't have a ton of time to hunt that afternoon.
Pretty awesome.
What do you think of Camp Desolation?
It's pretty awesome. We've only been here. We hiked about, an hour from our camp down there. We got right here to this point, and we just peeked over, and there were 5 rams. About, 700-800 yards away or so. They're all younger rams, but pretty awesome. So we'll be here for a couple days. But there's a ton of country for us to explore, so hopefully we'll turn up an old ram.
I like hiking mountains, getting up high, seeing all the country you can see up there. If you got a hunter that you figure can handle some rougher stuff, you'll maybe go check out some new areas and find a good spot.
On the morning of day 5, we got up early and hiked in there, and it was a couple miles up into this big valley and just opened up to this incredible kind of rolling hilltops and beautiful grass hills and just the ideal sheep country. We found some rams. We hiked up from camp, an hour or so. Found some rams. It's probably the same ones we saw yesterday. But now we're just trying to figure out how to cross this drainage. Or we have to drop all the way back down where we came from and then come all the way up the creek. So we'll see. We got all the way up in there and spent the entire day glassing, and we ended up on this kind of ridge that you could just turn in a circle, and it was just amazing. We literally just took turns rotating around and looking for sheep. About 7 o'clock in the evening, a couple rams just appeared out of nowhere. And that one of them was only like 700 yards away from us, and we'd been there all day. And he fed down and got pretty close. He was a young ram, so it wasn't something that we were gonna shoot, but it was really neat to be in that area. We did see a really, really good caribou in there as well.
That's awesome.
Unfortunately in there we didn't see a mature ram, but just a difference in hunting style. It was kind of cool to take a break from the horses. I was ready to not have to ride 3 or 4 hours every morning to get to a hunting spot, so it was nice to just wake up and go hike and stretch our legs a little bit.
I mean, this is what you picture when you think of Dall sheep hunting. Mackenzie Mountains, this place is unbelievable. The weather's been beautiful today, but we just didn't turn up a big ram or an old ram, so we're gonna head back to camp. It's the end of day 5 or toward the end of day 5. We got a lot of country to cover on the way back. You never know, we might stumble into something, but it's been a great day.
I was thankful that I got to do more hunting than just harvesting a ram on day 2, but it was getting a little stressful and I wasn't willing to pass up a really, really nice ram on day 6 or 7.
Yes, what do you got there?
Bannock.
Some sort of dough fried in lard.
Yeah, and bacon grease.
And bacon grease. Hopefully none of the cardiologists are watching this segment. So Riley, what's the plan for today?
Oh, we're gonna go get the boys. We got about a 4-hour ride this morning. We're gonna head up to Desolation Spike Camp and pick up Marcus, Andy, and Jason and bring them back here to check out a couple of rams.
Cool.
We hiked up out of camp, not too far today. We've got, I think there was 19 ewes and lambs over on this hill. There was maybe 10 or so ewes and lambs over on this hill. But we're gonna head back down to camp. The guys are coming in with the horses and we're gonna relocate back to where our original camp was, see if we can turn up an old ram.
How goes it?
I can eat something. I'm good though for now. But
I got sandwiches.
Thank you.
Pepperoni sticks.
Nice.
I've been starving.
You want a cookie?
We ate some blueberries.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we've been all right.
Oh, perfect.
Back to camp.
And we packed back out to our main camp that they call the Lower Fritz, and then we continued to hunt from there. We went up to a new spot and hiked up in. There's a big chunk of country you can't see from the river valley.
Plan is to hike up that mountain, kill a big sheep, hopefully.
It's a good plan.
We don't know whether he's still there yet, but there's supposed to be some around. See a little one up there now, so hopefully they're not too far.
Doing good. Hopeful. Always got to look over the next ridge.
Yes.
And so we hiked up in and turned up a couple good rams, and there was one really nice ram in there. We stalked in and they were in a really good place, kind of in a little bit of a bowl, and we got to 220 yards. My first shot felt great. I was set up, I had my gun on the tripod, I had the backpack tucked under my arm. And there's zero reaction from the sheep.
Get you anywhere near. Check your dial. No shot. It's the farthest away one.
They kind of worked their way away from us, and by the time I could get a third shot on the large ram, they were like 280, 290 yards.
Furthest right, 280. Yeah.
I shoot again and nothing. I mean, it's not even close. And I had Marcus right behind me on the camera, and I had Jason on my other shoulder with his spotting scope. And I turned and looked at him, and both of them were like, we have no idea where you're hitting.
300.
So it was super stressful. You work hard. You know, this hunt's been a few years in the making, and to just completely blow, 3 shots on a beautiful sheep. Day 6, I was like at the low of all lows. So we get my tripod and set up the gun, and Marcus looks through my barrel and then looks through the scope and then looks through my barrel, and he says, you probably should look at this. This doesn't look right. Well, I missed 3 shots. And I was super solid on all 3 shots. And we don't even know where I hit. It wasn't even close. They didn't even flinch. So Marcus decided to just to try it, bore sight it, and we looked down the barrel of my gun, and it's got a huge bend in it. And the other day, one of the horses, when my gun was on his side, had laid down. I didn't think he actually laid on the gun. I saw him sit down, and I walked over there and grabbed my gun out of the scabbard. But when you look down the barrel of it, it's got a huge bow in it, so we're just gonna have to go back to camp, I guess, and get a different gun. I'm sick to my stomach. We should have checked it before. After, I saw that horse sit down and my gun was on his side. I can't believe that. I'm just sick. So from there, we just said, hey, we're gonna have to, retool and try to come back tomorrow and make something happen. But thankfully too, though, we didn't hit an unexpected sheep because the other 2 rams were up and to the right, and that's kind of the direction that the barrel was bent. So all in all, 3 misses were really the best case scenario for that evening, even though crawling off that mountain, I was pretty depleted.
So what's the plan for tomorrow?
Hopefully shoot straight, get a new rifle, retool, and hopefully the sheep are still in a similar location, but we'll see. Yeah, but we got some more work to do.
The next morning when we all got up, the plan was, all right, Andy, you take my rifle, and hopefully you guys can find that ram or another ram.
When we walked off the mountain yesterday, they were still just feeding right there, so hopefully they're in that vicinity when we get up there here.
I hope so.
We crawl up in there though, basically take the exact same route that we took the day before to find the sheep, and they're not on the same face that they were. We pop up on top of this saddle and we're looking around and we still can't find him. And actually that's when we got the video of the Wolverine came through, which was kind of cool to see. He came up right where the sheep were at the day before. He came right up that little cut. Jason decides to move and look off the backside, and sure enough, he spots a ram bedded almost halfway down the other side on this little open knob. All of a sudden, I've got my binoculars up just right at the perfect time, and the larger ram stands up. There's a little bit of a hill. He stands up, I see his head, he turns, and I see it's the ram that I had missed. And then he goes away, and we didn't see him again for a while. Maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours we sat there. The rain came, the hail came.
You should go sheep hunting in the NWT. They say it's super fun.
And then Jason made the call. He said, hey, let's work down here. The wind's better, and we'll try to get close. And so that's when we started going in.
Perfect. Right in the lungs, mid body.
Should I shoot him again?
Well, at least this barrel's straight. Thank you guys. I can't believe it. It's gonna be a long night, boys.
And you'll see me tear up a little bit, but it was a moment of one of the best moments of hunting I've ever had.
Unfreaking believable, my leg's dead. I fell asleep. Look at where we are, man. And we gotta go all the way up over that. And then we gotta ride all the way around to camp.
You guys might be able to just take it down right here. And I could go get the horses.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Randy let me borrow his rifle, thankfully. He killed his sheep with my rifle, then I killed mine with his. I never would have believed this could happen. I never would have believed I could have been here.
So I was super thankful to have, got a really nice ram, and we walked up on the ram. He was actually quite a bit heavier and bigger than I expected, which was a wonderful surprise.
Thanks, guys.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at least.
He's bigger than I thought.
There's a lot of people to thank for a hunt like this. You know, my wife and kids, the people here at Gainer River are unbelievable. You know, all the folks at the Sheep Society that were willing to, put this hunt together and, willing to partner up with Randy to make it happen. And we raised some money for sheep in Arizona and for it all to come together, and super grateful for the chance. One of, if not the greatest moment I've ever had in hunting, and just super appreciative to be there and have a chance to hunt an animal like that. It's just truly a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I was just super blessed to be there and super thankful for when it happened.
Project complete. Everything that we could have asked for is now kind of in the bag. I was super excited for Andy. That night, as we were all going to bed, a big rainstorm moved in. And Riley, he said, tomorrow is a caribou day.